want to play Bruce Springsteen's Dancing in the Dark, the good news is you don't need any bar chords. We're going to start with an easy version that anyone can play, and then I'll show you two small changes that make it sound much more like the original, including a little trick borrowed from that famous keyboard part. Welcome back to Relax Learn Guitar. I'm Kevin and this is Maggie May, being nice and patient today. My wife Vicky's behind the camera.
Hello.
Let's get started. I'm excited to show this one to you guys. I've had a lot of fun kind of working this one out. As we know, this is an amazing song. It's not really like a guitar, what you would call a guitar song. That keyboard part is really memorable, and we're gonna incorporate that here a little bit later. First, let's work on these chords, and we're gonna be using a capo on the 4th fret. You're gonna need to do that if you want to play along with the record, which I highly encourage. So, we're gonna be playing a G chord, but we're going to fret it a little differently. It's gonna look like this. We're going to use our middle finger on the 6th string 3rd fret. That's relative to the capo. We're going to use that fat part of our middle finger here to mute the 5th string. We're going to have an open 4th, 3rd, and 2nd string. And then our ring finger is going to play the 1st string 3rd fret. Strum all 6 strings. And as we go through the lesson, it'll make more sense why we're playing a G chord kind of funky like this. So we have a G, we have a C chord, we have an A minor 7 chord, we have a D chord, and an E minor chord. All easy open chords.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's a nice one.
You like the E minor
Yeah.
chord? It's sad. We love sad chords. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to show you here is the one strum pattern you can use for the entire song. And we're just going to play this G chord. I encourage you to play it the way we just kind of went over, because it's going to be good to get used to that. So the strum pattern we're going to use is an 8th note pattern. It's just down ups, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and nice and steady, relaxed, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. That's what I would consider one strum pattern or one measure. We're going to use that on all the chords. I'll leave the lyrics to the verse up. We'll play through that first here together. When you see the chord, there'll be a number in parentheses, and that's the number of strum patterns or measures that you play that chord. And just heads up, the G at the beginning of the song is like 8 measures. So we're going to be doing that for a while. The real key to this is to keep the strums steady and constant. Just, you never stop strumming in this song. You're going to be doing this the entire way through all these versions I show you. So follow along here on the verse on the screen. Starts on a G. Get up in the evening, and I ain't got nothing to say. I come home in the morning, I go to bed feeling the same. C, nothing but A minor 7, back to C one time, A minor 7 one time, and then G for another 4. I could use just a little help. Man, just get used to that boring, steady rhythm is really going to pay off with this song. Trust me here. So that's how you do the verse. The chorus, we're going to be jumping in with that D chord here. And again, you'll see the lyrics and the chords. The parentheses are the number of strum patterns for that chord. The chorus starts on a D. Can't start a fire. Can't start a fire without a C. To A minor 7. Back to C one time. To A minor 7 one time. And then G. You could do that if you're a beginner. That's how I would approach this song. It's the same throughout. All the verses and choruses are structured the same. We'll talk about the bridge here a little bit later in the lesson. That's where I would start. If you're enjoying this lesson and you would like to learn some more songs kind of in this style, I've got a free song lesson bundle for you. 3 classic rock songs, everything you need to get started. Check out the link in the description below. Now that we have that under our fingers, we're going to add a little groove. We want to make this one sound a little more like the record. It's a little more of a chugging rhythm. So we're not going to change the strum pattern. It's still going to be, we'll just use this G as our example. G with those 8th notes, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. But now we're going to do a little different here. If you watch, I'll play it here and see if you can kind of catch what I'm doing. Hear it? We are adding a little accent, and that just means we're going to strum a little heavier on the 2nd and 4th beat of this strum pattern. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. I kind of think of it as like the 1 and 2 and. I'm strumming up here like toward the heavier strings, and then on those 2 and 4s I'm strumming all the way through all 6 strings. So here's the strum pattern with no accents. What we just kind of worked out. And here it is with accents. I would encourage you to tap your toe on that 2nd and 4th beat. And you can bop your head too if you want to. So let's play through the verse again, using this pattern with these accented beats on 2 and 4, and just follow along here on the screen. So we have, I get up in the evening, and I ain't got nothing to say. Come home in the morning, go to bed, feeling the same way. I ain't nothing but tired. Just tired and bored with myself. You guys hear it? It's probably more important to feel it. Like you want to feel the groove. You want to use those accents to kind of stay at a steady rhythm, chugging along. Then if we incorporate just a little bit of movement, we're going to kind of mimic that famous keyboard part. It is not note for note. I've just kind of taken it and kind of incorporated it a little bit to get the point across. So it's going to sound like this. We're going to move from just the 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and to this. You guys hear how that's starting to sound a little bit like the keyboard part at the beginning of the song? So let me show you the one little thing I'm doing there. I'm using my index finger for some hammer-ons, which is why we play the G with this kind of funky fingering. It leaves our index finger free. We're going to be using our index finger. Our index finger is going to go to work out for the rest of this lesson. Yeah, we're going to use our index finger because we're hammering onto a note. The 3rd string, 2nd fret. That's the note we're going to kind of incorporate into this strumming with this G. And it might help too, like I think of the lyrics and the melody when I'm doing this. It happens on the words for I get up in the evening and I ain't got nothing to say. So evening, ain't, and nothing. Those 3 words. But it's really, if you're going to count it out, and all I'm doing, on this graphic, I'll leave an asterisk, and that asterisk is when you actually put your finger down onto that string, the index finger onto the 3rd string, 2nd fret. But if we're counting it, it would be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then for the second part of the verse, it's the same idea. So we're going to go from sounding like this with just those, accented rhythms. We're going to go from that to see if you can hear the keyboard part here. It's all pretty simple. We're going to be going from a C, then you lift up your index finger, your ring finger, that automatically makes the A minor 7 shape. And lift up your index finger, so you're only just playing your middle finger on the 4th string 2nd fret. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 then to the chorus. All a very similar idea to the verse. We're going to be using hammer-ons again. For this D chord, we're going to use our pinky to hammer onto the 3rd string 4th fret, that note. And it's similar. I'll leave the graphic on the screen to kind of help. Where those asterisks are is where you're putting your fingers down onto those hammer-on notes. So if we're counting this one out, we'd have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and for the first pass, and then again 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then for the rest of that chorus, it's the same as the last half of that verse. It's that C to A minor 7. Back to the G. And then the bridge of the song is a tad different. We add in this E minor chord. The chord progression is going to be E minor to G, and then C to D. I will leave the chords and the lyrics up here on the screen for you to follow along with. It's the sit around getting older. There's a joke here somewhere, and it's on me. Shake this world off my shoulders. Come on, baby, the laugh's on me. I would just use that same strum pattern, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Just the biggest deal here, and it'll become much more apparent when you put this all together. We're going to play a little playthrough here. It's really keeping your strumming hand in a constant up and down motion. That's like the biggest deal here. Now it's time for you to relax and learn some guitar, so play along with me. I am going to move my capo though to the 2nd fret. That's just because the original recording with Bruce is a little high for my voice. So I can use the capo, move it down to the 2nd fret. If you want to play along with me here, again, 4th fret for the record. But it's nice because you can do that and I can use all the same chord shapes and everything we've learned, but just playing it a little bit lower. I'll leave a lesson in the description below for you about how to use a capo to match your voice if you guys are interested in watching that. So I'm going to start here and I'll do like the intro. I'll play that G pattern with the little hammer-ons. You can pretend that you hear the keyboards in the background, and then we'll do the first verse and chorus just so you can guys see how this all fits together. All right, starting with the G. Up in the evening and I ain't got nothing to say. I come home in the morning, I go to bed feeling same way. I ain't nothing but tired. Man, I'm just tired and bored with myself. Hey there, baby, I could use just a little help. Can't start a fire. Can't start a fire without a spark. This gun's for hire, even if we're just dancing in the dark. Up next, it's time for Maggie's Bone, because she's a good girl. Up next for you guys, check out this lesson where I teach you 5 songs using just 3 chords. A lot of great ones in there. Remember that Vicky and Maggie and I appreciate your views, your support here on YouTube, and look forward to the next lesson. Remember, you're never too old to learn.
Take care.